Harlequin is not a synonym for slut. While both words share a similar origin in the Romance languages, the meanings have diverged significantly. Oh. Harlequin refers to a character, specifically a clown or a jester, typically in the commedia dell'arte. Slut is a derogatory term for women with perceived promiscuous sexual history.
Okay.
So they used to back in the day, but now we're not saying that.
It's Harlequin, not Harlequin.
It's spelled. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's look at this. What is considered a Harlequin? A funny character who wore mask and
yeah, like the Harlequin is like the court jester, right?
Right,
but then there's Harley Quinn,
which is the very next thing on Reddit. What are some common misconceptions about Harley Quinn that you hate?
Now, are we supposed to be inferring that like she's kind of skanky? No. If we're saying Harlequin,
have you seen any of those? That's a blind spot for me.
Yes, I have. I saw What's Her Face in it, and she's an excellent actress. And I need to know what's her name? Margot Robbie.
Oh, she's excellent.
Has she won an award for anything? Because that makes me mad.
Yeah, she has to have.
Are we sure?
Yeah,
she didn't get anything for Barbie.
I think she got something for I, Tonya.
Oh,
I think she did.
You might be right.
Has Margot Robbie gotten an award?
Like a big award.
Yeah. She said Margot Robbie has won several awards throughout her career, including AACTA Trailblazer Award in 2024. Whoa. But she's been nominated for numerous, including the Golden Globes, the BAFTAs, and Oscars.
That's what I'm saying. She hasn't won a big one. Now, they won an Academy Award for Barbie, but like she hasn't won for herself and what she's doing. Did I ever tell you that I finally watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No.
I did. I watched it.
What did you think?
Oh, we freaking loved it.
Oh, it's so good.
We loved it.
It's so good.
Like, not only just the film itself, how it's made, the actors, everything, but I love that that they took this piece of history, really.
Yes.
And just flipped it and changed it a little bit. And it's like a big what if.
A big what if.
I love a what if.
And then the ending isn't true to history at all.
Right. And but the ending
isn't it neat?
But the ending makes you so happy.
I
because
know.
you just think, man, it should have been like this.
Oh. It should have been. And then isn't it amazing that all the cars and the facades of the buildings, the amount of money that he had to spend even when it's the freeway scene, every car is to that time period.
Oh my gosh, the amount of money.
I know.
The commitment to the craft.
How good is Brad Pitt in that movie?
Brad Pitt's amazing. Leonardo, who we talk about oft here.
Phenomenal.
All
the sweating and the drinking.
The sweating, the monologues that he would give.
Yes.
Like, for him to be pretending to be acting while he is actually acting is very difficult.
And the difference in watching him act, but watching him act.
Yes. Like they'd break the scene and I'd be like, wait, but he's still acting.
He's still acting.
I can't. Anyway, y'all need to watch it. I know that this is like years old, but I finally watched it. We watched it at the Kernodles, I think in like January.
Did y'all all watch it together?
Yeah, and they had seen it, but I think maybe even from the pod, maybe Buckley like reminded like,
oh, nice.
You need to watch this. Let's watch it. And Matt and I had not seen it, and now we love it. We love it.
Clinton movies are the best.
I got to now understand Josh's costume that he wore.
Oh, that's right, because he was that for your Halloween party. And didn't he nail it?
Oh, he nailed it. And I think Brian Kernodle was like, you'll know it when you see it.
Yeah.
You'll know it when you see it. And we knew.
And then how about the little girl who was so good acting in it? Opposite him in the Western scene.
So good.
Phenomenal. And also she was acting about acting.
It was meta.
And she was so good.
She was so good acting in her acting.
I wonder if they won every award that year.
I don't know.
I have to see. Hold on. So we know Margot hasn't.
We know Margot hasn't, and I think that's
she was in that. That brings it up.
Yes.
She played, oh my gosh, Sharon Tate.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Andrew Tate.
Not to be confused with Andrew Tate.
They are not related.
Ooh, boy, oh boy. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, Once Upon a...
You got it. The big breath. It's my fave.
Did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood win any awards? Please do it on your phone. Look, it's just stagnant.
Okay. Why is it doing that?
I don't know. It's lagging. I think it's if I don't put my earbuds in their case just exact or something.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
It's in there. If like one's popped out, I understand, but both of them are in here. So just like stop Bluetoothing.
Okay, here is what they won at the Academy Awards.
Okay.
Best Supporting Actor, Brad Pitt.
Thank God. Thank God.
Okay, Best Production Design, which you just talked about.
Phenomenal.
Best Actor, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes. Oh, see, I thought that he only won for The Revenant.
So
maybe this was, what is this, the Oscars?
This was Oscars 2020.
Huh. So maybe his first. Maybe he finally won for The Revenant, and then
so.
he's won subsequently.
That's what I think.
Fair.
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 Best Picture 2020.
Thank God.
Best Original Screenplay. Best Director. Best Cinematography. Best Costume Design. Best Sound Mixing. I mean, this is winning. Received numerous other accolades. Been considered one of the best films of the 2010s and the 21st century.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And it will go down even at the end. By the time 3,000,
So y'all heard it here first.
says.
As Fergie would say.
3,000.
Y'all have heard it here first. Miranda saw this movie before me. She knew about it.
It's the one thing I think I've seen before you.
It's the one thing. But what did I do? I listened to what you said.
It's true.
And I watched it.
And that's the difference between the two of us, is you actually listen to what I say. Maybe it's because I'm right often. I don't know.
You're right so much. We'll never admit.
I promise I'm done. You do need to get a Stanley, though, because we are going to make that real.
Oh.
I did expect you to have one.
Okay. Well, I have one upstairs.
Of course, I know you do. Did you buy the striped one?
I thought about it, but did you see the picture I posted? That
did.
girl had the striped one.
I did see it.
And the jealousy was...
That's why I said, who is this?
No, I don't even know them.
Because I thought maybe you had bought it and told her to hold it.
No, you guy, I was at Whitewater Center. These two girls are checking out at the food stand. I look at them. One has a brewmate and one has the new striped Stanley.
They were cute.
And I was getting my phone out to just like snap a little picture of them. And I said, nay.
Man.
I'm going to let them check out and then I'm going to stalk them down and explain the whole bit to them. They thought it was so funny.
Did they subscribe to the pod?
They didn't. I should have. They didn't seem so interested in that.
You have the QR code on your phone still now?
It's somewhere on here. I did change the background back, but you can still.
This will be mine until forever, until someone tells me.
But how much did we use this QR code?
Not much.
Not
but
much.
It's cute, and I wanted to honor the fact that you
cute.
made it.
It's still here. I can pull it up anytime.
Yeah, mine's on. Mine is still my home screen. I just want you to know. Let me guess. You had to change it immediately back to Matt as soon as you got home?
Matt is not.
Oh.
You know what it is? It's the candy shop in Williamsburg with my kids.
Of course it is.
That's my backdrop. Because when I look at this, I feel peace. I feel peace. I look at what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
And I can feel very... rest in peace to the Pope, by the way. Rest in peace to the Pope.
Is he on your screen?
No,
too?
I thought about what's going on in the world, and the Pope came to my mind.
Yes, he did. He did.
Also, if you say you're not a religious person, I just learned this, that if you do use the phrase "rest in peace," that is an actual prayer, like from the Catholics.
Oh.
There's a whole Latin term, and that's where we get R.I.P. from. If you use the term RIP, you're praying. And I just need people to know that.
Okay. So now you've heard it here first. It's kind of akin to when people say, when they sneeze and they say, bless you.
Yeah.
There are atheists who won't say bless you.
Yeah.
Because
now they need to stop with the RIP.
They're like, that's too religious for me. I'm like, it's just not.
And where did that come from? Now people thought like demons were coming when you sneezed.
No, I think that the rumor was, at least that I heard when we were growing up, that your heart stops when you sneeze. And so people say bless you because you didn't die when your heart stopped. It kept beating.
Oh.
That's what I heard. Now, I don't know if that's true at all. That was just, those urban legends that go around when you're a kid. Like Marilyn Manson removing his ribs so he could suck his own D. Everyone heard it.
We all knew.
From here to the edge of the other end of the world, and there was no internet.
No internet.
So how did we all hear the same rumor? I blame MTV.
It is an MTV problem.
Has to be.
Or pop-up video, as we've talked about.
Pop-up video.
Pop-up video. I was going to say another rumor. About sneezing, where they said you can't sneeze with your eyes open.
Correct.
But there is a girl on TikTok who does it.
Yeah.
She like films herself sneezing with her eyes open.
It's like her party trick.
I mean, they do bulge out a little bit, but she's okay.
Yeah, they won't actually. I mean, I know that there's something to be said about the pressure. Remember, have I told that story about my friend's dog whose eyeball popped out?
Oh, it's on my list for you to tell that story.
Okay, let's just weave it in because it's so fast.
Weave it in. Now's the time.
So fast. But my friend Tina, okay, my best friend from college, China baby is what we call her.
Yes.
So China's dog, she had two dogs, a very big dog, and then like a little, it's a King Charles Spaniel.
Yeah.
Okay, King Charles Spaniel, and we have King Charles now.
Yeah.
Huh. They don't have Spaniels, ironically enough.
Yeah.
They're more into the corgis. Okay, side note.
They are.
So I do think corgis are cute. Let me say this. Y'all know I'm not a dog person.
Corgis
but
are cute.
I think corgis are, unequivocally cute.
Because they look like a potato.
Oh, they're just little potatoes.
They're a little potato with legs. How can you not like this dog?
So cute.
And I think because they're potato shaped, they're not as annoying.
I agree.
Because they're not jumping up as much because physically they can't. I feel like they're not as yappy of a dog.
Their little legs, they just can't.
They can't. Like, they just have to waddle and lay.
To and fro.
And
I love that.
That's my dream.
That is my dream.
Waddle and lay. You see me coming.
Be one with the corgi. Okay, so she had a big dog and she had a little dog. And one day, the big dog, even though they had lived together for years and loved each other and were best buddies, the big dog put the little dog's head, like they were just kind of like, like how dogs do. The big dog put the little dog's head in his mouth, and when he chomped down, the pressure from it made one of the King Charles eyeballs pop out of its socket. And so they release, the dog releases.
Then was it like dangling?
Yeah, it was dangling because it's connected by an optic nerve, let's say. I'm just going to start listing things I know about the eyes.
Optic nerve.
I think it was connected to some, your eyeball's just not sitting in there.
No.
It is connected to something.
Yeah, that's giving like Pirates of the Caribbean, the guy with the eyeball that rolls around.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So it kind of was hanging out. So Sheena baby did freak out.
Of course.
Said, alert.
Alert 911.
I need to get this dog to the vet. And they popped it back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they popped it back in, but then I think it kept popping out.
Yeah, I think at that point you just remove the eyeball.
Yeah, and then I think that they did, and I can't remember if they put a glass eye in there, a la Pirates, or if they just sewed it up. It got a thumbs up.
We got a thumbs up for that.
Whew, but I remember her telling me about it and just being like, oh boy, I can't imagine seeing that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did it yelp? I'm sure it yelped.
Oh, I'm sure it did. But could you hear it inside the mouth? I don't know.
Ooh. It was echoing in the bigger dog's mouth.
Yeah, like.
So are we saying if something pressurized our heads enough, would that happen to our eyeball?
That's what I'm curious about as well. I think so. I think that if, I don't know. I've never actually looked it up. And I don't want to spread false information here on this podcast.
We don't want another
educational podcast.
Women of the French Revolution remark. Okay? Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me about that time period.
And we know an eye surgeon, and I don't need him coming up in our space trying to teach me anything. My God.
No. So actually, I don't want to say it too much around our phone because I don't want any of that to be popping up from memories.
Before we move on from that, speaking of the Stanley, I didn't bring my Stanley down.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to use the Absolutely Not tumbler.
Yep.
Because I'm still trying to live in that space.
I'm trying to live in this space as well and live Moss.
Yeah, live Moss, live in this space, hold space.
Yeah.
For the cruise. And I'm going to just keep drinking out of this.
Yes, I've been using mine as well. But what I am going to do is I'm going to buy the lid that actually doesn't spill.
Oh, can you buy just a lid?
Yeah.
That can go on this side?
Yeah, because I think that this is just a normal size thing. What is it? What is the word I'm coming up with?
How often are you knocking your water bottle over? This is my question.
I just don't want to spill anything out. I don't want to. And I know that I'm going to beat this dead horse because here's the thing, you guys. I was thinking about it this morning.
Please tell us.
During my shower, because I was thinking about us making the reel.
Yes, of course.
That we're going to make after this, and y'all will see it eventually posted.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking about it, and I think what chaps my ass so hard about the Stanley of it all, one is the fact that just people make it a tenet of their personality. Like it's a core tenet of your personality is like, I'm a Stanley girl. Yeah. Like I want you to be more interesting. Okay. Number two, sorry, that's mean. I am what I am. Like,
well, no, I mean, there's people that have a 100 of them deep.
On the wall,
it's wild.
And every reel is about it.
Yeah.
Like, stop. Okay. It's literally become like a sippy cup to some people. It's your baba.
Yeah.
Okay. So then number two, it only has one purpose. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And that's to hold the liquid in.
It's not to keep chapstick cool.
No, well, it can double as that, but that's not its main purpose. That is a secondary. Okay, that is a secondary level, and that is my truth. But the one purpose of the cup is to hold the water in.
Is to hold it in.
So when it spills out, it literally abandons its only purpose.
I agree.
And so when there are other options that do hold the water in and don't spill out, I'm just like, why aren't you using that?
Yeah.
I
don't want to abandon my purpose. And honestly, you're making me think deeper, just like the anglerfish. It's a little bit like, don't be a Stanley. Don't abandon what your purpose is.
Well, it's two things. It's like just when we always say, if you get additional information, you can change your mind. So if you're like, yeah, you know what? I actually do want my cup to hold the water in.
Yes.
It's one purpose. So I was thinking about it this morning. It to me, it's like, if we were to buy a car and the sunroof leaked, why is this pertinent? Because every sunroof leaks in every car that I've ever owned.
Yes.
I had to Uber here because Bella's leaky car is at the shop.
Y'all, she Ubered here.
I walked outside to come to your house and I looked around and there were no vehicles in my driveway. And that's when it hit me. Bella's car is in the shop. I literally dropped it off there. Had no way to get here. So I just Ubered here. And that's on being a professional.
I love that you Ubered here. It's so cute.
I had to. But how much did I get done on the 35-minute drive?
So much, because you have a driver.
Thank you.
And oh my gosh, I was looking at old Facebook posts between you and I because I was searching for something. Oh, because the ice bucket challenge has come back around.
Yes, it has.
Okay, so Tinsley wanted to see that I had done that with you.
Okay.
So I'm digging through, and I think it was a post from literally like 2015 of you writing to me how much you want a personal driver.
I swear. I stick by this to this day. It's the only thing I've ever wanted ever.
Yeah. I was like, wait. Oh, I know what it was. You had a wreck with Bella.
Yep. Yeah, I did. I had a wreck on 45.
Yes. And you wrote, as soon as I strike it rich, the first thing I will do is hire a personal driver.
Know that.
And I said, she's nothing if not consistent.
I'm the same girl through and through.
Yeah.
Forever and ever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, okay. So what I was thinking is like, if you were to get a car and the sunroof leaked.
Yeah.
The rest of the car works. It gets you from A to B, right? Like the main purpose of the car is actually to move you from space to space.
Yeah.
Is the sunroof nice? Sure, it's nice to have. But if it doesn't work, okay, so fine.
Yeah,
like you're not throwing the whole car away. But for me, like when the entire purpose of the cup is to keep the liquid in so that you can then drink it, then if it spills out, I just don't understand. It's literally abandoned its only job.
But couldn't we say
that's so annoying to
that
me.
a cup is a cup is a cup. It's holding the liquid, whether it was just a mug, a coffee mug. It's holding the liquid.
People take this places, they knock it over in the workout classes, the water spills out, the person steps on it, they fall down, then someone has to wipe it up. Why not just get a cup that doesn't leak?
Honestly, I think you need to be a Brewmate sales rep.
I do too.
I think
Brewmate! I'm your biggest fan.
Yes.
Your biggest fan who's only bought one of them, but that's because it works.
Yeah, I honestly
don't
think
need more.
when this doesn't work out here with this podcast.
Yeah. This is my next step.
Your next step is to go to Brewmate and just be like, I will be your number one sales girl. And you will, because you're great at sales and you feel passionate about this.
I feel so passionate about this. It's a deep yearning inside of me to just get the and then you turn to me every other day and go, look at how cute this one is. But look at this, it's the stripes. I need it. I need it.
I haven't gotten it yet.
I'm proud of you, but I'm getting the ads now because you talked about it. I'm getting the ads on my phone for the striped Stanleys.
They're so cute. The green and white.
Okay. Speaking of green and white, should we get back to the cruise?
Okay. Let's get back into
Did we leave off on party?
Okay. Where we left off is it was Bahama Tatiana Day.
Okay.
We went to the Bahamas. We came back on the boat. We got ready. You said you loved my outfit, and that was very, very sweet. And then we went to the piano bar. And that is sort of where we left off, where we left our podcasts waiting for the story to pick up. However, go say it.
Are we going back to the beach?
And
in the Bahamas.
And who we saw.
We fumbled a big bag.
We fumbled majorly fumbled. Okay. For multiple reasons.
It's so layered.
It's a layered fumble.
It's so layered. Y'all. Okay. So you know how big of Bravo fans we are.
We're the biggest Bravo fans.
Bravo fans that maybe ever exist.
Like we've gone to all the Bravo cons. I don't know even how many people can say that. No. We went to it when it was dinky in New York City.
So few people. Katie Maloney, let's never forget, thought we were hired help. I was hired help. She did not think Kristen was hired help. She thought I was hired help and asked me, what door am I supposed to go in? Can you tell me where I'm supposed to go for hair and makeup? I'm like, I'm not a worker. I'm just in a puffer jacket. I'm here to see you, babe. Like, you're the talent.
And right after that, the woman on the street yelled at us with her dog.
How pathetic it is. All these pathetic people here to see Bravo stuff. I'm like, your dog's ugly, but whatever.
It wasn't a corgi.
It wasn't a corgi. You got it. I was this close. One brain. Okay. So we're the biggest Bravo fans ever. I think where our hiccup was here is we didn't know all of the talent that was on the boat. We really, because we came in so damn blind, this is on us.
It is on us.
This is on us. Kim Hill-Simpson is going to be like literally laughing her ass off right now, listening to us talk about this, because she begged us to, go look at the stuff. What are you planning on watching? Who are you excited to see on the cruise? And we would always respond with, we haven't looked. We don't know.
And y'all know we feel very proud of that.
Yeah, we're very proud.
We're just easygoing girls.
We're easy breezy, beautiful cover girls.
We don't need to look at the schedule. No. We don't need to know the talent.
We'll just let the ship take us. It will lead us to who we need to see.
Yeah.
Who we're excited to watch.
And the ship did lead us, but because we had not done the work, God provides the wind, but we have to raise the sails. And that is...
I've said it once.
I've said it 100 times. And so that was the problem here with a couple of things that we fumbled.
So we have no clue who's on the ship besides Heather McMahon and Becky.
Yes.
We had no clue who the other talents were going to be on the ship.
Didn't know their names, didn't look them up.
Nothing.
Not a clip, nothing.
So we are in the Bahamas. We have just filmed our Juicy Joe video on Patreon.
Yes.
Which is ironic that we talked about Juicy Joe.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I just got the chills.
Remember when right before we talked about that on last week's episode, y'all heard us saying that we were making up stories for everybody.
We were.
So we're noticing all the people on what we think is the public beach. It's actually a private one. Mm-hmm. And we see this woman in her bikini. And we both at the same time go.
You were like, look at her. And I said, body is T, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Like if I could be recreated in a body form.
Yeah.
This woman is exactly who I'd be. Mm-hmm. She was stunning.
And it's all natural.
All natural.
You could tell.
Yeah.
Like this was just her natural body.
To body, to everything. The bikini was beautiful on her. The tan.
Her skin.
Oh.
Her very tan, smooth, kind of olive-toned skin. And she was perfectly proportioned. She was just a beautiful girly. And she was very just casual on the beach. And we both clocked it and said, wow,
because we were both like, I don't think she knows how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that she knows just based on the way she's walking. She's very unassuming.
Yeah.
I certainly wasn't going to go walk next to her in my bathing suit.
No,
Let me tell you that. Absolutely not. So we just both noticed her. We're like, God, she's gorgeous. And at some point, I even say on last week's episode that I saw her on the boat in the same bikini. I was like, Kristen, that's her. And I was like, you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so you leaned over and you told her eventually that we thought she was so pretty.
Oh, you're just so pretty. We spotted you on the beach. Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it. So come to find out, then there's a karaoke night.
So that was the night of Bahama Tatiana night was karaoke, the first karaoke night.
First karaoke night, Bahama Tatiana. So we notice this girl. We don't know anything about her. We just tell her she's pretty.
Okay, so just file that away.
It was right after we had talked about Juicy Joe, Judice, living in the Bahamas, and could we find him? File all that away.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're in the karaoke, Bahama Tatiana night. And we're sitting on a couch, and it just happens to be the couch where everyone is coming up to fill out the songs that they want to sing on the paper.
Yes.
And I automatically clock that there are two women there who are very clearly in wigs.
They're in wigs. You can tell it's wigs. Now, they're good wigs, but you can still see, and you can see maybe there's a little bit of costume happening, just slightly.
Yeah.
But we were kind of like, do they need these wigs? Are these people that actually need to be wearing wigs?
Have they had some sort of hair loss?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And maybe that's why they're wearing wigs. And we were just clocking it because also here's when you have theme nights, some people are taking the themes in all sorts of different ways. And so I'm like, are these characters who we should know?
Yes.
And is that what the wig is all about? But we're just, and again, they seem so unassuming.
I know.
Not attracting any kind of attention.
No.
So I was just like, okay, I wonder who they're being.
Yeah. What is this?
What is it about? Well, minutes later, we hear the karaoke organizer host girl go, and now up to the stage, Luann and Teresa.
Countess Luann and Teresa Giudice. And we're like, oh, ha.
These two girls decided to like dress as them tonight, I guess, for Bahama Tatiana night.
Yeah, we didn't understand how that equated to Bahama Tatiana, but we were delighted because we left Bravo.
Yeah.
So we finally pieced it together. Okay, your wig is giving Luann, your wig was giving Teresa. Now it makes sense. So they go up and they sing Shania Twain.
Right, which then also made me extra confused because if you're playing Countess Luann, I would have thought that you sang Money Can't Buy You Class.
Yes.
Chic C'est La Vie.
Or something that's cabaret-adjacent.
Something cabaret-adjacent. No. So we just thought these are girls who are pretending to be Real Housewives. That's funny.
Yeah.
And singing karaoke tonight.
It literally would be like if you and I wore wigs.
Yes.
And said we're going to be Real Housewives on the boat one night. And then we went and sang karaoke. That's all I thought it was. That was
Same.
it. I put a period on it when it was over.
and that was it. And the night, continued on its way. And we did not see them again.
Yeah.
We didn't see them again on the boat.
No.
until we get home.
We did see him on Instagram. We saw him on Instagram.
We saw the girl on Instagram specifically. Is it Andrea Lopez Comedy or something like that? She has.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
She has a name. Y'all, they're huge. They are Teresa and Luann impersonators.
They are known for this.
They are known for this. They were hired for the boat for this. And we see this reel pop up. Is this the one?
I've got the reel, so I'm going to play it. So y'all, this reel
is the first thing to pop up.
Here's Andrea.
Yep.
Right after leaving the beach. Remember, we told y'all to file that away.
We might be behind her in this reel.
We might be behind her in this video. She has left the Bahama Beach. She is walking back to the cruise ship just like we did.
Yep.
And she is impersonating Teresa Giudice.
Yep.
I'm in the Bahamas. This is our boat, the Norwegian gem. It's got all the gemstones. It's so pretty. I love it. I love cruising. I know people say they don't like it, but I love it. So much to do. Skee ball. There's a basketball court. They call me the Bahama Mama because I got 4 daughters. So you just went down the slide. They're loving it. Just went to the beach, get a nice tan. I think we're going to get dinner with Joe. Maybe he's at Pig Beach or something. And I saw 3 dolphins today. Look at all the cruise ships. They're so big. There's the Atlantis. Joe loves the Atlantis. I don't know if he's there, though. I'm not looking for him. Like, the water is, like, really blue. The color of the ocean. Like, it's blue. Yeah, it's the color of the sky. I love it. They was telling me that it's the Titanic ship. I was like, don't say that. I'm scared. Like, I don't want to say that, It's so big. All right, I'm getting on the boat now.
Okay, y'all. So, you guys, the woman we said in our hearts and minds and to each other is so beautiful and has such a great body.
She's wearing the bikini.
She has on that bikini. She has put on her Teresa wig, which she obviously had out at the public beach.
She did at the public beach. She brought the wig with her to make this bit.
Yeah, she puts the wig on. She films this whole thing. We don't catch it. We still didn't catch it while we were on the ship.
No. When was that posted?
It had to have been during the actual trip. Let's see. I don't know. You know what annoys me about reels?
I know.
I can't see the date.
Can't see the date. So if you tap on the caption.
Yeah, show me.
If you tap on the caption, then it says 5 days ago.
Okay. Well,
5 days ago.
No, well, that would have been after.
Yeah. So she made this after the fact. Y'all, it has 2,025 comments, 56.5 thousand likes, and 35.2 thousand shares.
Okay, y'all, the way we fumbled this so bad. So not only were we already talking about Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the other thing. Because I feel that this actually was a bigger fumble. And, the
Huge.
fact that we didn't get a photo with her and all of that. This girl's been on Watch What Happens Live.
She's been everywhere. She's been everywhere. She's a really big deal. And the Luann impersonator is also a comedy girl.
So here's the deal, and I feel was the bigger fumble. The other girl who played Luann on the karaoke stage. So they, I guess, are friends and kind of came together and, they do their little comedy bits.
They impersonate several people, but these are their biggest, I think.
The Luann impersonator also does Steve from Sex and the City. And y'all...
Hit it! I'm pissed!
She does Steve from Sex and the City. And I want to guess that many of you listening to this, if you are chronically online like we are, you have seen the reels.
I shared it.
Of the woman who looks like Steve. She's got on the Steve wig and the Steve flannel, and he's popping out of cars. He's at the basketball court. He's all over the city going, Miranda?
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 I shared it going, this keeps showing up in my feed because my name's Miranda.
Miranda?
And she, playing Steve on the boat, could have been going Miranda, and then I would have been like, I'm here.
It's such a fumble.
I'm sick.
I'm
sick.
so upset over this that we could have had the actual. We've wanted to use that audio.
I know. We have it saved, Kristen. Not only were we talking about Juicy Joe, and we could have been like, oh, there's Trey.
I know.
On the freaking beach, she's sitting in front of us.
I can't.
And then we have Miranda. Steve is right there. I just shared that reel. Then she went on Watch What Happens Live playing Steve as the bartender. And I'm like, I'm here. I'm here, Miranda.
It was such a fail, you guys.
It's such. I named my blog Miranda in Charlotte to capitalize on 2 Sex and the City character names for SEO, and I don't know who this person is. It doesn't click in my brain that these women who are walking around.
But wait, I don't even think we fully when we say we saw them and they were wearing the wigs and signing up for karaoke. I need you to understand that they were the distance from me to you.
Yeah, right here.
This is how close. We could have hugged. We could have touched. That's how we were side by side.
We were side by side. We kept. You keep seeing the same people on the ship, even though there are thousands of people.
Yeah,
you keep seeing them. But if they're even, I just cannot believe that even when they were in wig and character, and they said they're Trey and Luann, we still didn't click two and two together. And if we had just looked at the lineup just one time before we stepped foot on this boat, we spent thousands of dollars. If we had just looked on one freaking time, and we would have been like, oh, these are the girls. Okay, so if we see them, we need to ask if they'll do a bit with us.
Yes, do a bit. In the very least, get a photo, do something cute that we could turn into a reel. At least something we could collaborate on.
I'm sick. My stomach literally hurts about this.
I know.
Guy. We were so close, and they were so my point that I keep saying is they would have said yes is my guess. They would have been like, oh yeah, that's funny. Let's do it.
They were super low-key.
They're huge though, y'all. They're massive. They have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they are invited to all these different things.
Yeah.
The fact that they are both comedians, the impersonation is like a side note. But they were on this boat doing all these.
I can't. We can admit when we're wrong.
Yeah.
We learned that about you.
Yeah.
I do all the time.
Yeah. We were wrong.
We were wrong.
We were wrong.
Kim Hale Simpson, we were wrong. She's so happy to hear it.
Alyssa, all the people on the boat who were like, hey, what are y'all doing? What's the plan? Have you signed up for things? We're like, no. We haven't even looked. That's on us. That's on us. This is a big bag we fumbled. And if you are listening, Andrea Lopez, right? Is it Andrea Lopez Comedy?
That feels right.
Just know that we think your body's beautiful. We talked about it a lot. Maybe unnaturally a lot, I would say.
Oh my gosh.
We thought the bikini was beautiful. We now see it in this reel, so we know it was you.
Yep.
But if you ever want to do something, we will be at the next BravoCon.
Look at this promo on her page.
Yeah, and the Luanna's Anna Roisman, the girl who does Steve and Luann. Yeah, and they have a podcast called Big Wigs Podcast, and they promoted that they were going to be there. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I see this as an opportunity for us to send this to them and be like, we fumbled it. Could we link up with y'all and do a little podcast?
Yeah, just
a quick little thing.
Oh, and Anna Roisman also does Kim. She does a really good Kim Jenner. So if you have seen the woman who does a really good Kim, they just are incredible impersonators.
I think she does Ramona too, maybe. I want to say.
Gosh, look at that.
I know. Y'all, there's a whole promo on her page. We just totally spaced.
Really fumbled this.
And we also turned on alerts for Heather 2 days too late. Right? On the Instagram.
Yeah, we did.
Because we felt like we were kind of missing her. Now, all of this worked out in the end, but we did feel like we were sort of missing her the first half of the trip. She would be at the Moo Moo fashion show, or she would be here or there, and we're like, we keep missing you.
Yeah, we did. We kept missing. We've missed a lot, actually. We missed a whole lot, and it will never happen again. Just know that. The next place we go, we will actually do some recon. We will be more prepared.
Yes.
And we will make sure that we get the content that we are supposed to get. And that's what you guys have come to know and love from us. And we suck. We absolutely suck. I mean,
although we couldn't upload anything to TikTok. So, I mean,
a live podcast in front of an audience. No, that sounds Ms. I mean, what about my lactating schedule?
Oh, please. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
That's the Kim and Courtney.
Or Chris and Courtney.
I mean, Chris and Courtney.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so talented. I'm just amazed. I just can't. I can't get over it. This is a rugrat. When we talk about a rugrat,
yes.
we don't have many, but this is a huge one. It will haunt me.
Yeah. I mean, we have a few things that haunt us for sure.
Yeah. There are definitely some things that haunt us. This is skyrocketing to the top of the list potentially.
Okay, so let's tell people. So we left y'all off with Bahama Tatiana night. We go to the piano bar where they're doing the cocktail jazz. So Heather loves cocktail jazz. It's like a thing she talks about a lot on her podcast.
She listens to it as she cooks dinner every night.
And so they had that each night. There was, great talent on the piano. They could sing, they could play. And they would play kind of jazzier versions of songs we all know, which I loved. A lot of Chapel on the piano, which of course we loved. We'll share some of these videos with y'all. I don't even think we shared all of that.
Yeah.
But that is where you then we met Cody.
And so that was fun because Cody walked right up to us and just said, hey, can I stand with y'all at your table?
Yes.
This is what's great about these kinds of cruises and these kinds of events and these kinds of people.
Yes.
Is that everybody is just dope.
Yeah.
I think I'm mourning this cruise for a million reasons. Like I am mourning being off the ship for a million reasons. But one of the biggest reasons is that everyone there was just there with the same intention and purpose.
Yes.
That's to have a good time.
Yes.
To meet people who at least have this one other thing in common with you, which is Heather, our love for Heather. But then everyone but because you already have that one thing, then you're able to find all these other things, right?
Of course.
And so anyone can walk up to anyone. Like I was reading in the Facebook group the other day and someone said, no one came up to me today and told me how cute I was or how much they liked my outfit or how much they liked my bathing suit or where I bought this or that. And I'm just like really sad about it. Like I went to the grocery store today and no one complimented me. And I was like, that's so true though.
Yeah. That was the energy everyone was giving on the ship to each other.
Exactly. Like every girl is just like, oh my God, you look so good. Oh, so body is tea. Fire. Where's that from?
Yeah.
I love your hair. Oh, who does that? Whatever. And so it is really nice. And so it was not unheard of for wherever you were for someone to be like, hey, can I sit with you? Hey, can I talk to you? Either the tables are shared at dinner or whatever. So you're always meeting people. So this one girl randomly comes up, hey, can I stand at the table with y'all and have a drink? Sure. We start talking. She says, my name's Cody. We say our names. Yep. Nothing clicks. Blah, 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 blah. We continue to talk and talk and talk and talk. And eventually, finally, I think she said something about Miami.
Yeah, she said something about Miami, something about what they did in Miami, or even where they stayed.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe about where they stayed.
And
that clicked in your brain.
You're Cadillac Cody. You're Cody Coachella Cody.
Yeah.
You're Cody who organized the party on Saturday night, Cody. She's like, yeah, that's me. I said, had you pegged as a gay man in my head this whole time.
You were a gay man in our head.
Because it was just Facebook. And so I don't know. I don't think her picture was a picture of her, like her profile, I don't think. So I was just like, oh my gosh, you're that Cody. In my mind, I know Cody can go either way, but I just figured it was a dude and was like, oh, I just figured you were like gay Cody, gay Cody guy planning the party in Miami. And I said, we were supposed to be there. I was literally texting with you and telling you like, we're watching Love on the Spectrum. We're pot committed to season 3 right now. Kristen's not seen it. And I know you get it, girl. And she was like, I get it.
We're not leaving this hotel room. We're so sorry. But that was her who had organized that.
That's who I had told Kristen the whole day, like, oh, well, we do have plans. Like there's a party going on for Heather Girlies before we get on the ship. And so she was like, okay. Like you were down for whatever.
Yes.
But it was nice to at least tell Cody face to face. Like this is why we were no ship.
And she fully was like, I get that. Yeah. And she was so rad. She's from Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. So we naturally like kind of brought up what happened with all the wildfires and everything. Yeah. And so she told us all about things that she's organized. She works in
production of some sort, like sets,
like management of kind of moving people and getting things done.
And you can tell.
And you can tell. And her chart of the cruise.
Oh yeah.
She sent us a color-coded Excel spreadsheet. She started to mention
color-coded, some would say.
Color-coded. And she starts to talk about it, and we said, pause. Will you just send us that? Like, whatever that is, send it to me.
Yeah, we said pause
and
send it.
And so she does. And you can tell, like, this is what this woman does for a living. Like, 100%. But she was so rad. She was so nice.
Yeah, so nice.
Oh, my gosh. And
Everybody
then
was so freaking nice.
Her couple of friends came over. So the 5 of us chatted. It was great.
Cody's the organizer. And let me tell you, I bet Cody knew who everyone was coming onto this boat.
Cody knew. She could have let us know.
And like, see, people were sending us all the things. We just didn't put any effort into reading them or looking at them or then going to their pages. And like, I mean, the fact, oh my God. Did we already tell that Adam Ray story?
Oh no.
Okay,
we have not gotten there.
Okay, so
there's still so much to tell, y'all. This will be like another part 2, and then we will have a part 3 because this is gonna go.
Oh, it's gonna go and it's gonna go and it's gonna go. I want to go. So I'm just kind of going through pictures to make sure that we don't forget to tell you anything. And I think something important coming back from the Bahamas is that Kristen saw this maritime. It says maritime, which of course we've discussed in our maritime episode, maritime law. You know, the Coast Guard of it on everything.
Yes.
And she saw this and she goes, it says maritime. And it looks like the perfect bubbly cheese.
Burnt cheese. And y'all know
that was important.
We talk about burnt cheese a lot.
More than the average podcast for sure.
Absolutely. And it literally looks like a grilled cheese with the word maritime stamped into the cheese.
And so we just needed y'all to know that.
We do need y'all to know that.
I did. And then we came back to the boat.
So Bahama night, we do the bar, and then we go to the piano bar, and then where do we eat?
We go to the piano bar, and then we ate at the steakhouse that night.
At the steakhouse. Okay, so this was a bonus meal. We treated ourselves to this.
We did. Because here's one of the things. One of the there's complimentary restaurants on cruises that are included in your package.
Yeah.
And then there are ones that you can spend a little bit extra money for and you can go to them, but that requires reservations and all that. And we're not doing any of that. So one of the complimentary nice sit-down restaurants was blocked off private the whole time we were on the ship so that the talent that we didn't know.
That we knew nothing about.
And did no research on, the talent could go and eat. They were kind of at any time. Makes total sense. They have to have a place where they can go and not be bombarded with people who know or don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And so that took away one whole complimentary sit-down restaurant. Now, there were still others.
Yeah.
But it just pushed a bunch of people kind of into that area. And we were like, we'll just go to the buffet. So this night we decided to treat ourselves because we hear it's 50% off.
Yes, it's a 50% off night. It's normally $60. It would have been $60 a piece to do this kind of all-inclusive meal.
Yeah.
But now it's $30 a piece. Now, if we're talking seafood, steak, dessert, all of that, that's worth it.
100% worth it. You can't even spend, $30 at Chick-fil-A right now.
Yeah.
For 2 people.
You're so right.
So I was delighted.
Yeah, delighted.
And the service was incredible. The restaurant was beautiful.
It was another Jefferson. Another Jeff.
Was our waiter. Another Jeff.
We're surrounded by Jeffs.
Truly.
Heather's husband is Jeff.
Yep.
Jefferson.
Jeff, I feel like the cruise Jeff.
And then Jeff, the Miami guy.
Jeff, the Miami guy who's investing in us, but also not answering the text back. Like, it's something. It's something.
He blocked us.
We see you, Jeff. We see you, Jeff. Well, actually, we can't. Can't see you because you blocked us.
You blocked us.
We're not the weird ones, by the way.
No.
I want to make sure that that's coming across very clearly.
No.
Okay, so we go to now the only thing Jefferson didn't do well is get a picture of us.
He did not get a great photo.
I could not look more like a linebacker if I tried.
Same. It just is not good.
This angle is not for me.
The angle is bad. My booty is fully out in the other. Look at my butt. It's fully out. My napkin can't even cover it. You can see that I'm trying. So Jefferson did try.
You're not mad at it.
I'm serving.
That face is giving.
Face, but you can see that I did try. I'm so ashamed. Whatever. Jefferson liked it.
Yeah, Jefferson did like it.
No, he was really sweet. But we had such a good meal, and we put that video on Patreon.
Yes,
correct?
I did. I edited it down and put it on Patreon. It's about 10 minutes long, but
and
you can watch
just
us eat.
Eating through the meal. We had delicious soups, the sides, the mains. Y'all know we shared everything. That's what we do.
Yes.
And I know people post that reel about like besties and, like you get this and I'll get that. Like we have lived that lifestyle for
Since day one.
for 10 plus years.
Easily, yeah. I mean, anytime we go to eat, we just want to try so many things that this is the only way that it makes sense for us.
So that way I can try 6 or 7 or 8 things, depending on, because we like the same things.
Exactly.
So we had a really good meal. Steak was incredible.
Oh, the steak was cooked perfectly. Could not have asked for better. Didn't even need a steak knife. Could have broken. I mean, we could have cut it with our forks.
It's the truth.
I need you all to know that.
Yeah. You could cut it with a fork.
The steak was so perfect. It's when you put it in your mouth, a fillet should start to melt.
And it did.
Start to melt on your tongue. And it did. It was cooked perfectly. Do you know how hard it is to cook a steak perfectly times thousands?
I know.
Every night.
And it was an open air kitchen, so we could look in there and they're whipping it up. It was really neat to see. I love watching that kind of stuff.
Me too. I love watching that stuff. Pro tip, Roosters, you can go and sit at the chef's table, not chef's table, but it's kind of like a bar top table.
Yeah.
You can watch the line cook the whole night and it's so great.
Watch them make that
favorite.
The pan-fried corn.
Yep. Yep. Although they've changed the recipe a little bit. So it's good.
No.
Yeah. They're doing something different and I know it. I know it in my heart and I know it in my gullet.
What are they doing?
I don't know if it's just not adding enough butter or if they are not doing something with the corn enough beforehand, but it's just not the same.
It's literally one of my favorite foods in Charlotte is that corn.
I know. And same. The pan-fried corn from Roosters. I would have laid down my life for it at certain times. And now there are times I go and I don't even order it.
Oh!
I know. That's a big news. That's breaking news.
Maybe they switched to beef tallow.
Oh, maybe they did.
Maybe they were ahead of that.
Maybe they were.
And shout out to RFK for getting those artificial dyes out of our food. That news broke yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And they've said we're going to ban them. Finally, we're going to catch up with Europe and the rest of the world, and we're going to ban this crap that's making us sick. Great.
Correct. Of course, there's all the haters still coming forward.
I think we can all celebrate that.
What are they replacing it with? Well, what is this going to be and what is that going to be? How about y'all just take a breath?
Just take a breath.
Let's just see.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. So let's now see what they implement. Yeah. You don't actually have to just be mad to be mad. You don't have to latch on to your anger so hard that you are incapable of celebrating even the smallest of wins.
Yes.
Good
Love
God.
That. Love that's a great little PSA.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What was my other PSA last time? Inform, don't know. What was it when I was talking about it?
Oh, and some people wrote us and they were like, we love that.
Yeah, what was that?
Shoot.
Shoot.
What was the wisdom?
It was really good. It was one word, not one word. This.
Abide, not hide. Guide, not hide?
Guide, not hide. Oh. How does she do it?
Oh my God.
How does she do it? I will never know. I will never know how you just did that. Especially you didn't sleep well.
I didn't sleep well, and
you are cobbled together here today.
Got to go on a game show.
I know. I swear it.
We've got to go on a game show. We'll make great TV. We'll do a really good job.
We did forget to apply for the Amazing Race.
I know, but you know what? I was a little bit like,
that?
This may not be the year because Tinsley was going to have like her 8th grade graduation, all of that. I would have had to miss all that.
So I actually think, Kristen, and let's talk about it right here, right now.
Let's talk it through.
I think that next season is the only one. I think it's the only option for us.
Okay, why?
Well, no, because you're going to have Tristan graduating from 8th grade. Because then the next one is Lily graduates.
Lily. Oh my gosh.
After that, we could do
Here's
it.
what I need. I need them to not be filming it like in April and May. That's such a busy time for parents.
It's tough. That's why I'm glad Kristen, Heather's, the 2027 cruise, which has already been announced, we will be on, obviously.
Yeah.
I hope it is in April again, though.
Yeah.
Because it just can't get into May, June.
No.
It cannot.
I think that
April was great.
She has enough people around her that will tell her that.
I hope so.
Enough moms
and
like family people that will say, Heather, there's no way.
It could be March or April, honestly, for me.
Yeah.
I mean, but April, the weather could not have been better. I think March, it could be a little chilly.
You think?
Yeah, I do think, because think about how cold it was some of those nights. We were sitting up on that deck. We were shivering.
Yeah, you were shivering a lot on
Freezing.
that boat.
It's either cold inside or it was cold outside at night. During the day, hot, great, perfect, low 80s. Couldn't ask for better.
Yeah.
And I didn't get burned one time. I'm actually disappointed in how I didn't come back tan. That's on me, but I didn't come back, and y'all know I don't use sunscreen.
No, she didn't use sunscreen, but she never burned. Y'all, we saw some burns. We saw some
girls fell asleep outside, I think, a couple of times. Passed out, fell asleep,
passed
whatever.
out. And you could see that like the towel was just draped on their body because the burn that was, this color on their skin. Oh. I felt bad for them.
Okay, Bahama Tatiana night. Sorry, we're rounding it. We've finished our steakhouse dinner.
Yeah, went to steakhouse. Then we are so excited to go back to the room. I think I have a very cute video of you just walking. Oh yeah,
we're always excited to go back to the room.
Miranda's never walked faster. She is so excited to get in her little bed and be warm.
Warm.
It's cold everywhere on this
It's
show.
pretty chilly.
So I loved that. It was just so cute. You were so excited to get back and get in your sheets and snuggle in your bed in our dorm room.
And we could download.
Yes.
You know, it's just getting back to the room, being able to actually hear each other speak.
Yes.
Where it's quiet and where we can get under the covers. I mean, we stayed up till 2:30, 3 o'clock every morning.
Yeah, just not because we were out partying, but just in
No.
our room. I was like doing my skincare and stuff, and we would just chat and watch game shows, and it was great.
It was great. Or watch the Heather channel.
Or the Heather channel.
Yeah.
Or the guy that was bamboozling people. There was a channel for like white collar crime.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
no.
Okay.
Color crime. What?
They did like Bernie Madoff was one of them.
Yes. Ponzi schemes. Yep. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so then the next day is the cheetah print Wet and Wild.
Yep.
Wet and Wild day because Heather is known for wearing a lot of animal print.
Correct.
It's her signature look.
Yes.
And we knew everyone would go all out for this day for daytime and nighttime. We knew everyone would have
Everyone has some sort of animal print.
the animal print looks.
So even if someone's not going to have their ass out Bahama Tatiana style with feather earrings,
Yeah.
my girl,
like me.
then at least they have animal print and they're going to show up and show out. And we also knew, so everybody was given a time on their cruise card where you were going to have a picture with Heather.
Yes.
And so if you never got to see her on the boat, you would have, because like you also got a ticket to her show as part of your price. But if you never like had that one-on-one interaction where you got to touch her, talk to her, and feel her, you were guaranteed to do this during your photo op time.
Which was so nice to have a photo op for every single person. And
dope.
shout out for Heather
For doing that.
To Heather for doing that, y'all. Thousands of photos she had to take.
She had to take thousands.
And
Yeah.
stand there and smile and look pretty. Y'all,
know.
I don't know how they did this. Like, I think more than anything else on the ship, I'm like,
That's
those
so
photo
impressive.
ops. Woo!
And she was everywhere. Heather was so accessible.
Yes.
She was everywhere. She must be exhausted. And thank God she went to Turks afterwards to unwind because
She did.
I don't know how she did it.
Yeah.
She was on
On
100%
to the very end.
To the very end and never looked annoyed, never complained,
No.
never seemed pissed.
It's true. Never looked annoyed.
Man, again, we made the right person famous.
Yes.
I'm so delighted by that.
Oh.
I'll never not be delighted. So we knew that this morning around 11:15, I think.
Yeah. That
was
sounds
going to
about
be our
right.
photo op time. So that was kind of the first thing. Like we got
Yeah.
ready for the day.
We finally got up.
Yeah, we finally came upright from our beds. We went like
From
this.
our beds. We
Yeah.
throw on our stuff. We grab a little bit of to-go food as we walk to where the photo op is. That line is where we figured out we're just circling the ocean at this point.
It really clicked in my brain.
It clicked.
As we continued to stare at the shores of the Bahamas, like, and we're moving at a snail's pace. There's just enough for a wake, but you never felt the boat moving because we really weren't.
Oh
We were
my
just making a little circle.
We were just cracking
in
up
the
at that. We
ocean.
could not stop laughing.
Yeah, it was so
So
funny.
we're circling the ocean while we wait in line for Heather. And y'all, the way that they moved people through to get their photo with her, because we were thinking we could record a little reel.
We were hoping to make
we
some
could get a
content.
little content out of this, have some time with her. No, there were just so many thousands of people. For
This is my
photos.
PSA.
Yeah, say it.
If you are hosting an event, doing anything major, and I think that Six Men did an incredible job here.
Oh, yeah.
We say that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to photo ops
Mm-hmm.
and like you're trying to meet like the character, right? The person, the celebrity, the character. I do think you should hire someone from Disney to come in and consult with you.
Yes.
About how to do this best.
Yes.
So that everyone can kind of get what they want out of it.
Yes.
So when you go, and I've seen this now several times, right? So when you go to Disney and you're going to meet Mickey,
Yep.
there is one person who, as soon as you walk in, they say, "Do you want me to take your phone and take pictures and videos for you?" Yes. Hand it right to them, have it unlocked, have it ready to go in the photos. Then there's someone hired by them who's going to take the pictures with their camera, and that's downloaded to your Magic Bands.
That's right.
And then there's usually even like a third person or maybe someone in your party who's already gone, and then they can capture some content.
So there's so much camera work happening, but a lot of that is on your personal phone.
Exactly. And it is still so fast because you're all doing it at the same time. You know what to expect when you're walking in. And so I do think it would have been neat, hear me say this for 2027, that if there's a 6-man person who could just be there and you hand them your phone and it's just recording whatever that interaction is with the person. We're not asking for more time. Hear me say.
Yeah, because your interaction with Heather might literally be 15 seconds.
We're not asking for more time. We're just saying, take the phone and just record whatever that is. Because I don't even remember what we said.
I don't remember anything at all.
It was so fast. And then just hand that phone back to the person as they walk out. So I think that that's the only thing that I could really suggest. But if you hire a Disney consultant for any of these sorts of conferences, they will tell you the best way to be the most efficient you can be and still give people what they want when it comes to photos and videos.
Yes, I love that. I mean,
just character meet and greet.
Just the idea of hiring a Disney person literally for anything, any part of that. I mean, they are the best in the biz.
They are. And so that's my only suggestion because I don't know what we said.
No idea. It was such a blur. And Heather really didn't say much to people. I do remember that. She didn't say much back. I think she was on vocal rest a little bit. And it's also like, again, like she's seeing 1,000 people that morning. Like she can't have 1,000 conversations.
She can't have 1,000 personal conversations. And thank goodness we had already had them with her the day before. So we weren't even looking for that. It just would have been neat to have just that little bit of video that you could look back on and be like, oh, this is what we said. I mean, I think she was just very complimentary. Like, oh, you girls look great.
Yeah. Yeah. Super
and I'm
sweet.
sure she said that to everybody, which is lovely. But you know, it was nice. We came in our bathing suits.
Yeah, we were in but you know what?
It turned out cute.
Lots of people were. It was animal print day.
Yeah.
And so
should I show them?
Yeah, show them real quick.
Okay, let me show you. Our picture turned out so good.
Yeah, it's so cute. Look, you guy.
I mean, thank you for whatever the filter is that they just swiped.
They did. Everything's very bright and smooth.
I think it's the Paris filter. They just went, Paris.
It's all bright and smooth.
Paris. I mean, but look at our girl.
I mean, she's definitely
filtered.
Tuned. She's tuned. But you know what? It's her show, so tune her.
I mean, I think that they tuned us too.
Yeah.
Fine by me. Tune us all up.
To the tune of.
And my legs are tuned. I'm going to tell you that. Yes.
Let me see.
My legs are tuned.
No, they're not.
They are.
Her legs. Also, she really has the thinnest ankles.
She has the best ankles.
You guys, and that's one of her bits is like thick neck, thin ankles.
Which is why Sarah Sheeler, I think the initial things Sarah Sheeler said to me was she says thick neck, thin ankles, and you always talk about your thin wrist, your tiny wrist.
Yep.
So I would always say, I knew that there was a skinny girl living inside of me because of my tiny wrist.
That's right. And that's Heather's thing too.
So she has thin ankles. I have thin wrist. Put us together. We make a thin person.
But in that photo, we'll share all of this, you guys. It's so evident how tiny her ankles are.
She looks phenomenal. Blue.
Okay. The outfit they chose for her photo, proportionally, she looks amazing.
Amazing.
It's perfectly short, which y'all know I love. It's so short. It's so blue. It looks great with her hair, great with her eyes.
They made her teeth whiter. I mean, everything.
That's what I was saying. Like everything's brighter, whiter, and smooth.
I don't know how they did this on so many photos.
It's
AI. True.
They did just a dump on all the photos and they just wrote a little AI. They set a little AI program and they set it up and that's what it spit out.
Amazing.
I love it. So right after this, we walk out and we finally stumble upon
what?
The Friends of Bill W. meeting space.
Oh, that was right. Walking out from here.
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
So Friends of Bill W. We had wondered on this ship, where is this going to be? And it was right outside where the meet and greet was.
Yes.
And so we did, I think I posted that. We took a little video of that and just let the people know. And I said, maybe some girls on this ship might want to visit.
Yeah, maybe. They're the ones who are especially falling asleep getting sunburned.
Yeah. Or throwing up in the hall. I don't know.
Or yeah, throwing up sitting in the theater. That girl too.
We saw the theater girl.
We did see the theater girl. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Try not to be snap judgment. We are on a boat. People are seasick. They're also drinking a whole lot. Oh, hold on. I mean, I think that the running joke was that they ran out of white wine on the boat.
The whole last
day
day.
3.
Yeah, the whole last day there was no white wine left.
No white wine.
That's shocking because they bring so much.
They bring so much. When they saw how many women were coming and then how many bought the drink package, I think that there was a high likelihood that there was going to be a lot of, crisp Sauvy B.
But do you want to tell people
ingested
the mistake that you made with our red wine? What you realized on the last night too late?
Y'all, I was still thinking about, let me tell you this.
Speaking of regrets.
Let me tell you this. I was still thinking about this yesterday. I was sitting in my parents' new hot tub, which I helped install, by the way.
I know.
I was sitting in it, and for some reason, I just thought, sangria would be good right now. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Here's what I should have done, you guys.
Y'all.
And another pro tip. Actually, let's share both of our pro tips.
Yes. Okay. We do need to go through this because you can be really creative on these ships and you can create what it is you want to ingest.
Okay. So let's start with my mistake. So we got given that bottle of Merlot, but we don't like red wine.
From Margot
Fantasia
gave us the red wine, but we don't really drink red wine. It's the tannins for me. It's going to keep me up all night.
And for me, I just do not like any of my alcohol to be room temperature.
Yeah.
But I will drink red wine and a sangria. I make a fantastic sangria.
She loves a sangria.
I do. And if you're ever looking for a great recipe, it's on mirandaandcharlotte.com. Just type in sangria. I give you a white and a red option. Okay. Now you know. So on the last, and again, keep in mind that Kristen and I didn't buy the alcohol package. So we are kind of like, if we bump into someone and they're like, do you want us to get you a drink on our drink package? We're like, sure. Now we never took anybody up on it, but sure.
Yeah. But we were bummed because we're like, we have this bottle of wine in the room, but neither one of us really wants to drink it.
But we could at least, have a little nip of that.
Yeah.
But on the last morning, I think we're checking out.
No, it's literally the last dinner.
Night.
It was the last dinner.
And I say to Kristen, oh my God, Kristen, I could have made a sangria. There's all the fruit, the cut up fruit on the buffet.
No, the buffet had everything we needed to make the sangria.
There was a juice bar, which we could have gotten the juices for.
There's unlimited ice, unlimited juice, unlimited fruit.
Why am I not making a sangria for us?
I feel we could have gotten a bowl. They probably would have given us a bowl.
They would have given us a bowl. They would have given us a pitcher.
Yeah, the pitcher.
We are the captain's friends.
Yes, we would have shown them the card and said, please give us a pitcher.
The Captain Bergamon or whatever his name is said that we are supposed to have a pitcher in this here room.
Yes, and they would have brought it.
And I could have just made us a sangria that we could have sipped on. What a miss.
It was such a miss. And I
didn't even take the bottle of wine with us.
No, we left the bottle of wine because neither one of us is going to use it. Oh my gosh. I felt really sad about that.
I'm like, should I go down to the room and do it right now? It wouldn't have even chilled in time. It was 11 p.m.
By that time, it was too late.
Okay, so that's one. That's one thing. Just know that that's another, we fumbled that bag too. There's a lot of regret. But then we met some friends. Immediately when we walked on the boat, someone who has followed you since Project Baby.
Yeah, people who have followed me for years. Yeah. One of the ladies followed me for years and years. They clocked us immediately. And she knows you too through the gram.
Well, she listens to the podcast too and then got her friend to do it.
They were so sweet. We took photos with them. So great. So late, I think the next day we're sitting with them for an hour, really just chatting, talking about all the things. And they give us their little pro tip of how they got extra alcohol onto the ship.
They took a bottle of wine or a rosé or Prosecco or something like that with a twist top.
Yep.
Dumped it out and poured a whole thing of gin in there and twisted the lid right back on. They didn't even reseal it or anything. Yeah. And when they checked it, they didn't even see that the seal was broken.
Because you can bring a bottle of wine onto the ship. They will let you do that.
Yes, you can bring a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne onto the ship. And they do check it when you go through security. There's a little folding 6-foot table with one guy sitting there looking at it. And I thought that it would be much more
strict.
Thorough.
Yeah, I thought it would be like, we're checking the seal, we're sniffing the alcohol, we're making sure you're only bringing wine on. No, it was just like, no, just go ahead. Easy breezy.
Beautiful cover girl. And so they got a whole thing of gin on there, and then we're just able to make cocktails the whole time.
Yeah, they made their own cocktails. Smart. And you know what, girls?
So smart.
Good on you. And they're both corporate girlies who are out here making bank, and they're smart, and they're using those big, beautiful brains.
That's right.
So.
And we loved it. So that's a pro tip, too, if you want it. Now, they did say, hey, if you are feeling a little bit like, oh, my gosh, this makes me nervous, there are kits that even Amazon sells that you can reseal things with. You can put the foil on, and it will suck it back down onto it. You know, there are ways. Or even we've seen where it's like the sunscreen tube.
Yeah,
and
looks like a sunscreen tube, but it's actually your drink of choice.
Yeah, so we fumbled that bag. Not that we even needed to drink, but like there were times when you're on the Lido deck and the vibes and the DJ's going. And you know what? A little cocktail did sound nice.
When you're out in the sun like that, you do want a little drinky drink.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
But do you want to tell people? So we had 2 creations from the buffet.
Yeah.
The first creation was our very first thing that we ate that you created straight away.
Yeah, they had grilled chicken breast. That looked a little boring. Then they had some sauteed mushrooms, and those looked delicious to me. And then I saw that there was some Swiss cheese over on the sandwich making bar.
Yeah.
So I got that hot chicken breast. I smothered it with the mushrooms and the little bit of sauce. I put some Swiss cheese on it and waited for it to melt. And I made myself a little delicious kind of low carb lunch. I followed it up with dessert. Don't you worry. Every meal.
And now I'm not a mushroom girly, but I even had to give you your flowers on that. I was like, you just created something that no one else here is going to have the chance to taste.
No, they're not.
And then we got the bright idea to make our own iced mochas.
Yep.
Okay.
I saw that soft serve machine.
Ooh.
And y'all know I don't like coffee. But if it's like a mocha-y, concoction and it's cold, then I'm like, okay, I could get into it. I could get into it. And the worst part about trying to make hot coffee iced is that it melts so quickly.
It melts
and
the ice
dilutes it and all that stuff. But when I saw that soft serve,
you guy with the handle, you know, so we take our cup, we pull the handle, and the chocolate soft serve goes into the cup. So that's ice cold.
Ice cold.
Then you pour the coffee on top of that.
Let it melt. Stir it real good together.
Stir. Now that coffee is not even room temperature. I mean, I'd say
cold.
It's pretty cool at that point.
Yeah.
And then you leave enough space. You dump some ice in there, swirl that around. I would put that up against any mocha I've ever had in my life.
Easily. Any mocha in your life. And if you wanted to add a little bit of cream, you could do that.
Add a little cream swirl.
You could watch that white cream go down through the ice and through that chocolatey concoction.
Oh my gosh. So y'all just
really
know
you can really finagle some things on these cruise ships.
And I think I saw someone on the group page say, I'm so happy I'm not eating at the buffet again today. And I saw that and I was like,
couldn't be me.
The buffet. I could eat that buffet every day for the rest of my life.
Every day. And come up with something different every time.
So I was confused by that.
I just think some people are born to complain.
Yeah.
I think some people are born to complain, to look for the negative instead of looking for the positives.
Sure.
It's inherent in them. I don't know what that is. It just couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Just couldn't be me.
I mean, we were tickled by the buffet, and I felt like some of the items they would change out and things would, I mean, I don't know. We were really, I did the grilled chicken. And so they had like a nacho bar, but they had grilled chicken skewers. So I said, screw the chips. I'm going to get some grilled chicken skewers, put that on the bottom, and then top it with the salsa, the cheese, all of that.
Yes.
Okay. Was anybody doing that, ladies?
No.
Were any of you experimenting on the buffet? I don't think you were. You were too focused on the washy-washy. You were too focused on the happy.
I think they were too focused on the cocktails. I think that's what they were really focused on. And they were missing out because, man, that buffet slapped.
It was great. We went multiple times. Loved it.
Loved it. Had no problem. Sometimes we ate dinner there. Like, we could have gone to the sit-down restaurants and we could have done some, but we were like, buffet? Yeah.
Buffet, yeah. And it's quick. I like quick.
Love that.
So we breeze through. We get our picture with Heather, and then they're going to do the blind date game show.
Oh, is that the date?
Yes.
Your mom one?
Yeah, the date your mom, not blind date, but like a date, almost like a bachelor style little game show on the stage with Logan Crosby, who I also call Cody Rigsby. And I can't stop calling him Cody Rigsby, so just know that those are one and the same.
I do want to say that this is when I had my outfit change. So I am glad that I wore the black suit to meet Heather. Yes. I went down, and we had talked about this on last episode, how long it took me to change. But the one thing that I didn't say is this. The reason why I felt confident enough to change into that suit and to come back up in it is because on this cruise, there's no way that you could have felt bad about your body.
No.
There were, like we said, it was mostly women. And someone commented in the Facebook group after this and just said, I've never felt happier in my body than when I was on this cruise.
Fully agree.
I looked around at women of all different shapes and sizes.
All shapes and sizes, y'all.
Just letting it hang out.
I mean, women fully in thong bathing suits and just, they are twerking. They are shaking it. I mean, I would say at the Pitbull competition, which we'll get to, was the most where people were just letting it fly. It's the last full day. Everyone was just like, we don't care. And I actually,
shaking that thing.
I talked to Matt about when we got back. I kind of said the same thing. Like, there was no reason to feel insecure about anything about your body, right?
No.
And he was like, when you take a bunch of single straight guys out of the equation, women don't have to feel like they're in competition with each other. They don't have to feel insecure. They don't have to feel like they need to cover up or
that they're on.
Or that
either.
they're on.
That they're on to perform for them. And I have to look the best I can possibly look so that I can get this guy.
The truth is, we are on this boat with not really any single straight men.
No.
And
no, not one straight. No, there were maybe 2 straight men. And I think that they were part of the tech cruise for the performers.
They were part of the cruise. Exactly. But
CREWS.
Yeah, the cruise for the performers. But other than that, it was either gay men or men who were married, and there weren't even a lot of married men.
No.
And so I think that was part of the freedom, was just
That's it.
I am not doing anything for the male gaze.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'm just doing it for me.
Yeah, I'm doing it for me.
So I came back in this way too small of a bottom, still covered with the skirt. But even when it would blow up, I'd be like, oh my God, what are they going to see? Who cares what they see? Who cares what the women who are also insecure in their bodies feel?
Yes.
And so everyone, it was like the most freedom I think I've ever had wearing a bathing suit. And y'all know I wear a bathing suit on the internet a lot.
Yes.
But it's still
You're so right.
So nice to just be shaking that thing.
Shaking that thing.
Not worried about what's bouncing and, rippling and spilling and all of that kind of out of the suits. And I loved, and I took that from other women.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching them and I said, I'm going to go change into this. That I bought this for a reason. I want to be wearing animal print.
And now you have that really cute photo with Midge and her mom wearing it. And the breeze really did you a favor in that photo.
I know it did show the leg, but stopped short of the fupa. And you know what, to that, won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Pitbull.
As we circle the ocean. Hey, Miami. Hey, Bahamas. Hey, Miami. Hey, Bahamas.
I know we didn't see Miami, y'all. It's a bit.
It's a bit. Let us
do
commit to the
bit.
bit.
Anyway.
Anyway.
But I just want to shout out all the ladies for helping make everyone feel so confident and so comfortable.
Yes.
And even though Andrea Lopez has a body from the gods, literally, I still was like, I'm going to change into this 2-piece in front of her.
Yes.
Literally, she was in my room and I changed right in front of her.
we invited her back. And so Logan / Cody gets on the stage and he comes out. He's this young, country music star kind of on the come up.
And Robin loves him.
Yes. And Robin loves him. And that's why they wanted him on the ship. But he was adored by all. And so they have 4 moms / friends come out and they're going to basically vouch for their girlies, whether it's their daughter or their friend.
Girls.
And say to Logan, like,
this is why you should date her.
You should date my girl.
Yeah.
And so they kind of go back and forth. Then they bring the 4 girls out who are vying for his love. And now this is all just kind of cheeky. It's not, none of this is
Nothing
serious. He's admitted at this point.
Very important detail.
Yeah, this is important detail that I need y'all to file away.
Yeah.
Open your file box and put it in. So he says during this little competition, someone asked him, maybe the host, like, when was the last date you went on? And he said, well, out in Nashville.
Yeah.
I went on
I took a girl downtown.
I took a girl out. It was our 4th date. Okay, 4th date. So that feels like pretty serious. So I thought that was really interesting. Because he's doing this game show and he's going to take one of these girls out on an ice cream date. But okay, it's all just kind of in good fun.
He says he also spills that it's a meteorologist.
He does say, and she's a meteorologist.
And we filed that away.
Yeah.
Okay. So we filed 4 dates, meteorologist. Must be, we know he lives in Nashville.
And he said it was last week.
He said it was last week.
It was last week. Okay. So
you're still playing this game because you had already committed to it. That's fine. This doesn't have to be serious. And maybe no one even is taking it that way.
And I don't think they are.
But we just wanted to file all of these details away.
Absolutely. So they do the game show. It's super cute.
Midge ends up winning.
Midge, who is Tanner's sister. And did we explain all of that on the last episode?
Yes, we did. Okay. How I came up from my bathing suit change and I was like, hey, that looks like Midge and Nikki. And you're like,
it is. I was locked in.
You were locked in with Lachlan. And so it was a shock to my senses to see them, and I was so pleased. And we then came to find out that Heather's a huge fan of Nikki's. Well, she's a huge fan of Tanner's, the show, and Nikki.
Yes.
Nikki is a fitness instructor, and so they actually did a workout. So Nikki hosted a workout on the boat.
Yes.
And I'm sad, again, had we had read anything, I would have gone to that. You would have at me for working out on a vacation, but you would have allowed it because it was Nikki.
Of course. I would have wanted you to go to that.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but I missed it because reading comprehension was at a negative 3, let's say. And so it was just neat to see them. But yes, we did explain that. And her name is Nikki.
Yes, her name is Nikki. That's right. So he, chooses Midge. It's cute. We get the photo with them. That's when we came back and recorded last week's episode for y'all.
Okay.
So that is where we kind of got caught up to in the time-space continuum here.
Okay. So maybe this is a good time to end this episode.
Yeah, so
right at an hour 25.
I think so. So we are going to pick up where we left off in our robes, in our room. And we said to y'all, we want to go see Becky's show.
Yes.
That's what we said to them. Y'all, we got to go. We got to get ready for Becky Robinson's show.
This is so meta. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So that's where we were recording. We left off with that. And now we are going to leave you here with this episode, part 3 to come on what absurdities continue to happen on the Absolutely Not cruise, which everything was an absolutely yes, except for obviously our major regrets.
But you guys, the continuara on this is so hard because so much to come. And remember those file cabinets we told you about? Keep those files. What did I just say?
Yep, you want to keep that in the Dewey Decimal System.
In the Dewey Decimal System.
So we're really on the last full day of the cruise, but this is where everything...
Oh, no, it's not the last full day.
Oh, it's not. Okay. We're on the second to last day. Got it.
We still have a day and a half to tell you.
Oh, boy. And I really feel like there's a lot. There's so much to come. People are going to be like, oh, my gosh, you guys have been teasing this forever. It'll be worth it.
I think it will.
My lips are puckered, but they're also sealed for now.
Woo! Continue on.